I'm from Massachusetts, latitude 42 degrees, 40 minutes, longitude 70 degrees, 37 minutes. The first act shows the day at our town. The date is May 7th, 1901, just before dawn.
Just about. The sky is beginning to show some streaks of light over there in the east, behind our mountain. Morning star always gets wonderful bright the minute before it has to go. Well, now I'll show you how our town lies.
Right here is Main Street. Cutting across it over there on the left is the railroad tracks. Across the tracks is Polish Town. You know, foreign people come to work in the mill, a couple of Canuck families, and the Catholic Church.
The Congregational Church is over there, Presbyterians across the street, Methodists and Unitarians over there. Baptist is down by the river in the hollow. Next to the post office there is the town hall. Jail's in the basement. Brian once gave a speech from those steps.
Along Main Street, there's a row of stores, horse blocks and hitching posts in front of them. In about 5 years, the first automobile's going to come around. It was owned by banker Cartwright, our town's richest citizen. He lives up there, in that big white house up there on the hill.
Over here's the grocery store and Mr. Morgan's drugstore. Most everybody in town manages to look into these stores once a day.
The middle school's over yonder. High school, further still.
9:15 mornings, noon times, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The whole town can hear the yelling and screaming from those schoolyards. This is our doctor's house. Doc Gibbs. That's the back door. And here's some furniture for those of you who appreciate naturalism. Mrs. Gibbs' garden. Corn, peas, beans, hollyhock, heliotrope, and lots of burdock.
And this is Editor Webb's house, and this is Mrs. Webb's garden. Just like Mrs. Gibbs's, only it has a lot of sunflowers too. Oh, right here is a big butternut tree.
Nice town, you know what I mean? Nobody very remarkable has ever come out of it so far as we know.
The earliest dates on the stones in the cemetery up there say 1670. There's Grovers and Cartwrights, Gibbses and Herseys, same names as we've got here now.
Well, as we said, it's early morning. The only lights on in town are a cottage by the railroad tracks where a Polish mother just had twins. Oh, and in the Joe Crowell house where Joe Jr. is about to deliver the morning paper. And over by the depot where Shorty Hawkins is about to flag the 5:45 for Boston.
Just about. Naturally out in the country all around, they've been lights on for some time now, what with the milking and so on. But town folks sleep late.
So, another day's begun. There's Doc Gibbs coming down Main Street now, coming back from that bathing cage. And here's his wife, come downstairs to get breakfast.
Doc Gibbs died in 1930. New hospital's named after him. Mrs. Gibbs died first, a long time ago in fact. She went out to visit her daughter, Rebecca, who married an insurance man in Canton, Ohio, and died there. Pneumonia. But her body was brought back here. She's up in the cemetery there now. And with a whole mess of Gibbses and Herseys. Oh, she was Julia Hersey before she married Dr. Gibbs and the Congregational Church over there.
In our town, we like to know the facts about everybody. There's Mrs. Webb. Come downstairs to get her breakfast, too. That's Doc Gibbs. Got the call to go to Polish Town at 1:30 this morning. And that's Joe Crowell, delivering Mr. Webb's sentence.
Oh, morning, Doc Gibbs.
Morning, Joe.
Oh, somebody been sick?
No, just some twins born over in Polish Town.
Oh, you want a paper yet?
Yeah, I'll take it. Anything serious going on in the world since Wednesday?
Oh, not much. Is it my teacher, Miss Fairchild? Oh, she's getting married to a fella over in Concord.
I declare. How do you boys feel about it?
Oh, of course it's none of my business, but I figure if someone sets out to be a teacher, well, she ought to stay one.
How's your knee, Joe?
Oh, it's fine, Doc. I hardly think about it at all. Only like you said, it always tells me when it's gonna rain.
What's it telling sweat when it's coming at 11. I guess I know what that's about too. A stomachache when it on me.
All told, you won't get more than 3 hours sleep, Frank. I declare, I don't know what's going to become of you. I do wish you could go away someplace and get a rest. I think it would do you good. Emily! Wally!
Time to get up!
I declare, you have got to speak to George. Something has come over him. He's no help to me at all. I can't even get him to chop me some wood.
Is he sassy to you?
No, he just whines. All he can do is think about that baseball. George, Rebecca, time to get up. George!
George, look sharp.
Yes, Pa?
Don't you hear your mother calling you?
Wally, you'll be late for school.
I guess I'll go upstairs and get it for you.
Wally, you wash yourself up good now. I'll come up there and do it myself.
Mom, what dress should I wear? What's up with you? Your father's been out all night and needs his rest. I washed and ironed the ivory one for you special.
Oh my, I hate that
What's
dress.
up with you?
Every day I go to school looking like a sick turkey.
Now, Rebecca, you always look very nice.
Mom, just throw insult at me.
I'll come up there and slap at both of you.
We got a bill in our town too, hear it? Meg's blankets, Cartwright sold it and it's rung of a fortune.
Children. Now, I won't have that. Breakfast is just as important as any other meal, and I won't have you gobbling like wolves.
It'll stop your growth. That's a fact.
Wally, put that book away.
Oh, Mom! By 10 o'clock, I gotta know all about Canada.
You know the rules as well as I do. No reading at the table. As for me, I'd rather have my children healthy and brighter.
I'm both, Mama. You know I am. I'm the brightest girl in school for my age. I have a wonderful memory.
Eat your breakfast.
I'll talk to your father about it after he's rested. Seems to me 25 cents is more than enough for a boy your age. I declare, I don't know what you spend it on.
Oh, Ma, I got an awful lot of things to buy.
Strawberry phosphate, something you spend it on.
I don't see how Rebecca comes out so much money. She has more than $1.
I've been saving it up. Gradual.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to spend some every now and again.
You know what my favorite thing in the world is, Mom? Money.
Eat your breakfast.
That's the first bell. I gotta go.
You can walk fast, but don't run. Wally, pull your pants up at me.
Now tell Miss Fairchild I give her my best congratulations. You can remember that, can't you, Mom? You look very nice, Rebecca. Pick up your feet. Tick, 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 tick. What's the matter with you? Fight, fight, fight. That's all you have to do. Hey! Where did you come from? You're not one of Mom. Don't be scared. No one's gonna hurt you. Morning, Myrtle. How's your cold?
Well, I still get that tickling feeling. I told Charles I didn't know if I was going to choir rehearsal tonight.
Have you tried singing over your voice?
Yes. Somehow I can't do that and stay on the key. While I'm resting myself, I thought I'd string some of these beans for the winter.
What may help you? Beans have been good this year.
I decided to put up 40 books this year to kill me. Children say they hate them, but I know we've been able to get them down all winter.
Myrtle, can I tell you something? Because if I don't tell someone, I'm gonna burst.
Why, Julia,
in despair.
In fact, Dr. Gibbs is never so happy as when he's at Antietam or Gettysburg. The times I've walked those hills, Myrtle, stopping at every bush and piecing it out like we was gonna buy it. Well, Julia, if that second-hand man's really serious about buying it, you sell it, and then you'll get to see Paris, all right? You just keep dropping hints from time to time. That's how I got to see the Atlantic Ocean, you know. Sorry I mentioned it. Only it seems like to me that once in your life before you die, you ought to go to a country where they don't talk in English. They don't even want to.
Thank you very much, ladies. Now we'll skip a few hours. Oh, but first we want a little more information about our town. Kind of a scientific account, you might say. So we've asked Professor Willard of our state university to sketch in a few details of our past history here. Professor Willard! May I introduce Professor Willard of our state university? Just a few brief notes, thank you, Professor. Unfortunately, our time is limited.
Grover's Corners. Let me see. Grover's Corners lies on the old Pliocene granite of the Appalachian Range. I may say it's some of the oldest land in the world. We're very proud of that here. Of course, there are some more recent outcroppings. Sandstone showing through a shelf of Devonian basalt and some vestiges of Mesozoic shale. But these are comparatively new, perhaps 200 or 300 million years. Some highly interesting fossils have been found. I may say unique fossils. 2 miles north of the Peckham farm in Silas Peckham's cow pasture. These may be seen in the museum at the university at any time. That is any reasonable time. So, shall I read some of Professor Gruber's notes on the meteorological situation, mean precipitation, etc.?
I'm afraid we won't have time for that, Professor. We might have a few words on the history of man here, you know.
Anthropological data.
Yes.
Early Amerindian stock, Cotahuache tribes, and no evidence before the 10th century of this era, now entirely disappeared. Possible traces in 3 families. Migration in early part of the 17th century of English brachiocephalic blue-eyed stock. Since then, some Slav and Mediterranean
And the
families.
population, Professor.
Within the town limits, 2,640.
Just a moment, Professor.
Oh, yes. The population at the moment, 2,642. The postal district brings in 507 more, making a total of 3,149. Mortality and birth rates, constant. By McPherson's gauge, it's 6,032.
I know we're all very much obliged to you.
And now, the political and social report. Editor Webb. Mr. Webb! He'll be here in a minute. He just cut his hand whilst eating an apple.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb.
Charles, everybody's waiting.
Mr. Webb is editor and publisher of the Grover's Corner Sentinel. That's our local paper.
Now, politically, we are 86% Republican, 6% Democrat, 4% Socialist, rest indifferent. Religiously, we're 85% Protestant, 12% Catholic, rest indifferent.
Have you any comments, Mr. Webb?
Very ordinary town, if you ask me. A little better behaved than most, probably a lot duller. But our young people seem to like it well enough here. Over 90% of them graduate high school, settle down right here to live, even when they've been away to college.
Now, is there anybody in the audience that has any questions for Editor Webb about our town?
Mr. Webb, isn't there addiction, alcoholism, or much drinking in Grover's Corners?
I don't know what you mean by much. Saturday nights, the farmhands meet over in Elegant Green Stables and holler some. We got 1 or 2 town drunks, but they keep having remorses every time the evangelists come through. No. I'd say liquor ain't a normal thing in the home here. Well, except in the medicine chest. Well, it's right good for snake bite, it always was.
And no one in this town will.
Come forward, will you, where we can all hear you. Now, what was it you wanted to ask?
Yeah. Is there no one in this town aware of social injustice and industrial inequality?
Oh, yes, something terrible. Seems like we spend most of our time talking about who's rich and who's poor.
Well, then why don't they do something about it?
Well, I don't know. I guess we're all hunting like everyone else for some way that the diligent and sensible can rise to the top and the lazy and quarrelsome sink to the bottom, but that ain't an easy thing to find. In the meantime, we help those who can't take care of themselves, and for those that can, we leave them alone. Are there any other questions?
Mr. Webb,
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any appreciation or love for the arts in Grover's Corners?
Well, ma'am, not much. Not in the sense you mean. Now, come to think of it, there are some girls over at the high school that play at commencement, but they ain't happy about it. Oh, ma'am. There ain't much appreciation for the arts, but maybe this is the time to tell you that we do have a lot of pleasure of the kind thing. Like we enjoy looking at the sun come up over that mountain over there. And we notice a good deal about the birds. And we pay a lot of attention to them. And we watch the changing of the seasons. Yes, everybody knows about them. But those other things, you're right, there ain't much. We got Robinson Crusoe, the Bible, Taco Bell's canon, everybody knows that. Whistler's mother. But that's just about as far as we go.
thank you, Mr. Webb. Well, now we'll get back to the town. It's 2 o'clock. All 2,642 have had their lunches and all the dishes have been washed. The children have gone back to school. There's a buzzing and a humming from the school buildings. Only a few buzzers left on Main Street. Horses are dozing at the hitching
You made a fine speech in class.
Well, I was really ready to make a speech about the Monroe Doctrine, but then at the last minute, Miss Corcoran made me talk about the Louisiana Purchase instead. I worked an awful long time on both of them.
Gee, it's funny, Emily. From my window up there, I can just see your headlights when you're doing your homework in your room.
My can ya?
Certainly do stick to it. I don't see how you sit still that long. I guess you must like school.
Well, I always figure it's something you have to go through.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, really. It passes the time.
Yeah. Emily, what do you think? We might work out a kind of telegraph system from your window to mine, and every once in a while, you might give me a kind of hint or two on one of those algebra problems. Not the answers. Of course not, Emily, just some kind of little hint.
Oh, I think hints are allowed. So, if you get stuck, George, you just whistle to me, and I'll give you some hints.
Emily, you're just naturally bright, I guess.
I figure it's just the way a person's born.
Yeah. But, see, I want to be a farmer, and my Uncle Luke says, whenever I'm ready, I can start working on his farm. Now, if I'm any good, I can just gradually have it.
You mean the house and everything?
Yeah. Well, Emily, I better be getting out to the ball field. Thanks for the talk. Afternoon, Mr. Webb.
Good afternoon, George.
So long, Emily.
So long, George.
Emily, come and help me string these beans for the winter. Well, George Gibbs let himself have a real conversation, didn't he? He's getting older. How old would George be?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see, he must be almost 16.
Mama, I made a speech in class today, and it was very good.
Oh, you'll have to recite it to your father over supper. What was it about?
The Louisiana Purchase. It was like silk off a spool, Mama. I'm going to make speeches my whole life. Are these big enough, Mama?
Try and get him a little bigger if you can.
Mama, will you answer me a question serious?
Seriously, dear. Not serious.
Seriously, Mama, will you?
Of course I will.
Mama, am I good looking?
Yes, of course you are. Both my children got good features. I'd be ashamed if they hadn't.
Mama, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, am I pretty?
I've already told you yes. Now that's enough of that. You have a nice, young, pretty face. I've never heard of such foolishness.
Mama, you never tell us the truth about anything.
I am telling you the truth.
Mama, were you pretty?
Yes, of course I was. If I do say it. I was the prettiest girl in town. Next to Mamie Cartwright.
Oh, Mama, but you've got to say something about me. Am I pretty enough to get anybody interested in me?
Emily, you make me tired. Now stop that. You're pretty enough for all normal purposes. Come along now and bring that bowl.
Oh, Mama, you know nothing at all.
Now, this seems like a good time to tell you that the Cartwright interests have just begun building a new bank in Adolphus Corners. Had to go to Vermont for the marble, sorry to say. And they've asked a friend of ours what they should put in the cornerstone for the people to dig up 1,000 years from now. Of course, they've copy of Mr. Webb's Sentinel. We're kind of interested in this because some scientific fellas have found a way of painting all that reading matter with a kind of glue, silicate glue, that'll make it keep 1,000, 2,000 years. We're putting in a Bible and a copy of the Constitution of the United States and a copy of William Shakespeare's plays. Well, what do you say, folks? What do you think? Yeah. You like that?
You know, Babylon once had 2 million people in it. And all we know about them is the names of the kings and some copies of wheat contracts and the sales of slaves. Yes, every night all those families came home to supper. And the father came home from his work and the smoke went up the chimney. Same as here. And even in Greece and Rome, all we know about the real life of the people is what we can piece together from the old joking poems and the comedies they wrote for the theater back then.
So, we're having a copy of this play put in the cornerstone. So the people 1,000 years from now will know a few simple facts about us. You know, more than the Treaty of Versailles and the Lindbergh Flight. See what I mean? So, people, 1,000 years from now, this is the way we were in the provinces, north of New York, at the beginning of the 20th century. This is the way we were. In our growing up, and in our marrying, and in our living, and in our dying.
Well, now we'll get back to Grover's Con. It's evening. You can hear the choir practice
morning, George.
All right. That's better. But it ain't no miracle. Before I forget, which of you were able to come in on Tuesday to sing at Fred Percy's wedding? Well, show your hands. That'll be just fine. Now, art thou weary? Art thou languid? It's a question, ladies and gentlemen! Make it talk!
Oh, George, can you come down a minute?
Yes, Pa! On Sunday, I would like you to please remember in the second verse to get real soft and so die out at the end. Ready?
Make yourself comfortable, George. I'll only keep you a minute. George, how old are you?
Me? 16, going on 17, Pa.
What do you want to do when school's over?
Well, you know, Pa. I want to be a farmer on Uncle Luke's farm.
You'll be willing, will you, to get up early, milk and feed the stock, hoe and hay all day?
Sure, I will. What do you mean, Pa?
Well, George, when I was in my office today, I heard a funny sound. And what do you think that was? It was the sound of your mother chopping wood. There you see your mother, getting up early, cooking meals all day, washing and ironing, and she still has to go out in the backyard and chop wood. I guess she got tired of asking me. She just gave up and decided it was easier to do it herself. And you eat the meals she cooks for you. And you put on the clothes she keeps nice for you. And you run off and play baseball. Like she's some hired girl that we keep around the house but that we don't like very much. Here's a handkerchief, son. George, I've decided to raise y'all spending money 25 cents a week. Not for the wood you chop for your mother, because that's sort of a present you give her. But because you're getting older, and I imagine there are some things you must find to do.
Thanks, Pa.
Let's see. Your payday's tomorrow, you can count on it. Rebecca probably feels she ought to have more, too. I wonder what could have happened to your mother. Bar practice was never as late as this before.
Only 8:30, Pa.
I don't know why she's in that whole choir anyway. She didn't have much more voice as an old crow. And tricks around the streets this late at night.
I'll let Mr. Webb know. I know he'll want to put that in the paper. It's late.
I think it's time you retire, don't you?
Yes, Pa.
after year. Now, Julia, you know he was drunk.
Luella, we all know Mr. Simpson. And we all know the trouble he's been through. Dr. Ferguson knows about it too. And if he keeps him on the job, the only thing the rest of us can do is just not to notice it.
But not to notice it, but it's getting worse.
No, it isn't, Luella. It's getting better. I've been in that quiet twice as long as you have, and it doesn't happen anywhere near so often. Oh, I hate to go to bed on a night like this. Whew, gracious, I better hurry. Those children will be up till all hours. Good night, Luella. Julia.
You can get home all right, can't you?
Ma, bright as day. I can see Mr. Soames scowling at the windows now. You think we've been to a dance the way the men folk carry on? Good night, Julia.
Good night.
See you Sunday?
I'll see you then.
Y'all laid it up,
Oh, Frank. It ain't any later than usual.
and you stopping at that corner to gossip with a lot of hens.
Frank, don't be crash. Come here. Come and smell my helioscope in the moonlight. Come on. There. Isn't that wonderful? What have you been doing all the time I was away?
Oh, I read, as usual. What were the girls gossiping about tonight?
Believe me, Frank, there's something to gossip about.
Simon Stimson far gone, though.
Worst I've ever seen him. How will that end, Frank? Dr. Ferguson can't forgive him forever.
I guess I know more about Simon Stimson's affairs than anybody in this town. Some people ain't made for small town life. I don't know how that'll end. There's nothing we can do but leave it alone. Get in.
No. I'm worried about you, Frank.
What are you worried about?
It's my duty to make sure you get a real rest and change. And if I get that legacy, I'm going to insist upon it.
Julia, there's no sense in going over that again.
Frank, you're just unreasonable.
Come on, Julia, it's getting late. First thing you know, you'll catch cold. I gave George a piece of my mind tonight. I reckon y'all have your wood chopped. For a while, anyway. Start getting upstairs.
So much to pick up, it seems like. You know, Frank, Mrs. Foster locks her front door every night. All those people in that part of town do.
Y'all get in the city car. That's the trouble. They haven't anything fit to Virgil. And everybody knows them.
Rebecca, it's down. There's only room for one at this window.
Well, let me look just a minute.
Use your own window.
I did, but there's no moon there. You know what I think, George, do ya? I think maybe the moon's getting nearer and nearer, and there's gonna be a big explosion.
Rebecca, you don't know anything. If the moon were getting nearer, then the men who sit up at night with telescopes would see it first, and they tell us about it, and it'd be in all the newspapers.
George, do you think the moon's shining on South America, Canada, and half the whole world?
Well, probably is.
9:30. Most of the lights in town are out. Now there's Constable Warren checking a few doors on the street. And here comes Editor Webb after putting his newspaper to bed.
Evening, Bill.
Evening, Mr. Webb.
What a moon.
Yeah.
All quiet tonight.
Well, Simon Stimson's rolling around a little. Just saw his wife moving out to hunt for him, so I looked the other way. Oh, and here he is now.
Good evening, Simon. Looks like most of town settled down for the night. Simon, good evening. Yes, most of town has settled down for the night. Think we all do the same. Can I walk with you a ways? Good night.
I don't know how that's done in, Mr. Webb.
Yes, we've seen a peck of trouble. One thing after another. Oh, Bill, before I forget, you see my boy smoking cigarettes, give him a word, will you? Thinks a lot of you, Bill.
I don't think he smokes no cigarettes, Mr. Webb. At least he weighs no more than 2 or 3 a year.
I hope not. Not Bill. Who's that up there? Myrtle, is that you?
No, it's me, Papa.
Why aren't you in bed yet?
I don't know. I just can't sleep yet, Papa. The moonlight's so wonderful. And the smell of Mrs. Gibbs's heliotropes. Can you smell them?
Yes. Haven't got any troubles on your mind, have you, Emily?
Troubles, Papa? No.
Well, don't let your mother catch you. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Papa. I never told you about that letter that Jane Crowfoot got from her minister when she was sick. He wrote her a letter, and on the envelope, the address was like this. It said, Jane Crowfoot, the Crowfoot Farm, Grover's Corners, Sutton County, New Hampshire, the United States of America.
What's so special about that?
But listen, it's not finished. United States of America, the continent of North America, the Western Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe, the mind of God. That's what it said on the envelope.
What do you know?
Yep. And the postman delivered it just the same.
What do you know?
That's the end of the first act, friends. You can go out and smoke now. No smoke.